What is up, my homies? In today's video I have something absolutely incredible for you. This insta-kill build is based around the Lightning Perfume Bottle. In this video I will show you how to get absolutely every item. That being said, if you already have them, you can use the timestamps on the video to skip past them. Before we get into it, I want to give a shout out to the YouTuber Syrobe. He is the man who put this combination together. Alrighty, let's begin. Step number 1, we have to find the Lightning Perfume Bottle. We'll have to access the pillar path cross grace. From the 3 paths cross grace, you can follow the path that I'm drawing out on the screen and you will arrive at this destination. From this grace, follow the exact path that I take. Just a note, all of the sped up portions in this video will be sped up to 400%. If you need it to play back in regular speed, on YouTube simply set the playback speed to 0.25. Once you get to this location, simply keep jumping down until you get lower and lower, and I'll see you in a bit. When you get to the area with the furnace golem right in front of you, stick to the right side near the cliffs and there is going to be an opening. This is where the Cerulean Coast Grace is, go ahead and activate it. From this grace we are going to get ourselves the Lightning Perfume Bottle. From the Cerulean Coast Grace point, follow the path that I've drawn out on screen until you reach the body of water. This is where we're gonna find the Lightning Perfume Bottle. After quite a journey, we've arrived at our destination. On the ground by the dead body, you will see the Lightning Perfume Bottle. Go ahead and pick it up. Now, time for another adventure. I will show you how to get the Aged One's Exultation Talisman, which raises attack power when madness is triggered. Along this same adventure, we will come across Rakshasa's armor set, which is going to increase damage dealt in exchange for greater damage taken. We are going to have to access the Abyssal Woods for this, so start from the Shadowkeep main gate grace and follow the path that I take. Once you arrive at this location, the final turn is going to lead you directly to a coffin. Rest inside it and it will take you down. The coffin will take you directly to the castle watering hole grace. From this point, follow the path that I take. Once you arrive at the spot, you can go ahead and enter the Eastern Nameless Mausoleum. Inside you are going to find Rakshasa. Go ahead and defeat the boss and you will get the armor set. We have to now get ourselves the Talisman. So, from the grace that we just unlocked, teleport to it and follow the path again. Once you jump from the last stone, take a left and you will see a doorway. This is going to be the Darklight Catacombs. Go down the platform and you'll arrive at the grace. Now that you've cleared the Dark Light Catacombs, once you cross the door there is going to be a boss battle. From the grace point that we just unlocked after the battle, follow the path that I take to this grace point, then to this location. This is where you'll find the Talisman. One thing to note is that when you're in the Abyssal Woods you will not be able to use Torrent, you'll have to travel by foot. Once you arrive at the location that I showed on the minimap, you will see an enemy from the distance. If you try to hit it regularly, you'll notice that you won't be able to cause any damage. The way to work around this is to parry one of the attacks and then you'll be able to give damage. That being said, you will need to have the parry Ash of War on one of your shields. Once you've defeated this enemy, you will receive the Aged One's Exultation Talisman. Now, my friends, it's time to get the Ash of War rolling sparks. This is what makes this build this incredible. From the Shadowkeep main gate Grace, take the platform down back to the entrance and follow the path that I take. Here you will find the Scarab in the air. You'll have to have a weapon with a decent range. After the first hit the Scarab will drop, go ahead and finish it off and you will receive the Ash of War. For the next one we are returning to the base game map. We are going to get the Black Dumpling helmet. From the Temple of Igle you'll want to follow the exact path that I take. Once you drop down from the final box, run east and there is going to be an open doorway. Go inside it. If you haven't picked up the Ash of War in front, go ahead and do that as well. Take the first right and follow the path until we reach this door. Go ahead and open it, and this is a shortcut from the Volcano Manor Grace. Now, run from this grace back to the area with all the enemies. I highly recommend using a Sacred Relic Sword to swipe them in one hit. You will now be farming these enemies until you get lucky with the drop. And it is fairly rare, took me quite a couple runs, so if you don't get it right away, keep going. Now, time for the Bloodsucking Crack tier. This is going to increase your attack power and drain your HP in exchange. From the Great Bridge North Grace, you will want to run southeast until you reach the rundown Traveler's Post. Inside you will find the cookbook that is required to craft the item we need. Also, in my game I already picked it up prior to recording, however it will be located right here along with a couple other ingredients that are needed for what we need. Pick up everything here. We are going to be crafting the Hefty Furnace Pot. We will need 3 different ingredients. If you don't have them, I'll show you how to get them now. The first ingredient is the Hefty Pot. From the Scorched Ruins, go south and there is the first location for one of them. I will show you a couple because in my case I needed 3. I already picked this one up, but it's going to be right on this body. For the second Hefty Pot location, go to this spot right east of Bonnie Village. There is going to be one in this hut. For the next location, start from the Great Bridge North Grace and run all the way west. In this particular location, we will actually find ourselves 3 Hefty Pots, so this is the final spot you need. Once you go as far west as you can, just in the cliff you are going to find the Bellerad Gale. Go ahead and touch the Grace right at the entrance. I will now show you how to clear out this area, and I will slow it down once we approach one of the Hefty Pots. Once you finish parkouring all of the jars, in this location you'll find a treasure chest. Open it up and you'll find the first Hefty Pot. Once you cross the bridge, there is going to be a trap that breaks when you walk on it. Where I jump, that's where there's going to be a bunch of rocks. Simply jump on them and you'll fall through. Once you are inside this room with all of the big jars, follow the path that I take and I'm going to show you how to get 2 more Hefty jars. For the final one, make your way directly in the middle of this area. You are going to see a bunch of jars and on top an item glowing. This is the final Hefty Pot. For the next ingredient, if you don't have it, from the Castle Front Grace, we are going to have to take this path into this tent. Inside you are going to find Ember of Mesmer. If you want to farm them, go back to the Grace and repeat the process. The final ingredient is fairly common, however if you don't have the red flesh mushrooms from the grace that I showed you on the map, you'll find them in this area. Once you've crafted your hefty pots, go to the castle watering lake grace that we've unlocked and travel towards the ruins here. You're going to see that there is a furnace golem that is not active right in front of the ruins, blocking them. While using torrents, scale the area just like I did. You'll arrive at this spot. From here you'll want to throw a hefty pot directly inside the golem's head. Once he comes to life, he is going to unblock the entrance, run right inside, open up the chest, you'll find a couple items here. Might as well pick them up while you're at it. Then jump up the exact same way that I do and follow the path on screen until you arrive at this balcony. From here, the golem will be directly in front of you. Go ahead and throw a couple more hefty pots just inside the furnace, if you want to call it that. As you see, 84,000 damage, the golem is dead, and we have received the Bloodsucking cracked tier. If you don't already have the Lightning Shrouding cracked tier, I'll show you how to get it. Return to the base game map from the Church of Inhibition, follow the path that I draw out on screen until you reach this Erd Tree. Go ahead and kill the avatar and it is going to give you the tier that we are after. Another item in the base game that we need is the Howl of Shabiri. This is going to trigger our madness. We will have to get to the Frenzy Flaming Tower and you can access this tower from the Church of Inhibition. From the church, simply run down and keep scaling until you reach the slipstream, then there is going to be a tower with a few ladders. Climb all the way to the very top and here you will find the Howl of Shabiri. This is extremely important for this build because it is going to technically force us into madness. We are nearing to the end, my friends. Next up we have the Ash of War Golden Vow. If you don't already have it, from the Gatefront Grace, follow the path that I'm drawing out on the screen until you reach this area. There is going to be a knight on a horse. Once you take him down, you will receive the Golden Vow Ash of War. The next talisman that we need is the Lightning Scorpion Charm. From the Erd Tree Gazing Hill Grace, follow the path that I'm going to draw out on the map until you reach the Windham Catacombs. Once you arrive at this destination, you'll see the glowing item, the Lightning Scorpion Charm. Final talisman time. From the Erd Tree Grazing Hill again, you'll want to follow the path that I'm drawing out through the water. Here we are going to find the Perfumer's ruins. Go over to this area in the middle, break the wood on top of this entrance and go inside. Open up the door, there is going to be a treasure chest, grab your item. There are two final items that we need, however they require their own lengthy questlines, the Shard of Alexander and the Frenzy Flamed Seal. I'll have links to tutorials in the description below. My friends, after all of the time we put into getting all of these items, it is now time to enjoy the rewards. Equip every single item that we've acquired, the perfume bottles, the seal, the dumpling mask, Rakshasa's armor set, all of the talismans, and finally in our wondrous physic mix, make sure you have both of the tiers that we've acquired as well, the Bloodsucking tier and the Lightning Shrouding tier. Also, make sure you apply the Rolling Sparks Ash of War to your perfume bottle. This is how you properly buff your character to the max. First use Howl of Shabiri. Then you'll want to apply Golden Vow. Then you'll want to use Howl of Shabiri until your madness meter fills up all the way and you're inflicted. At this point you can go ahead and use your flasks to heal and fill up your FP, then finally use your Flask of Wondrous Physic. When you're using the Rolling Sparks Ash of War, shoot it directly on the ground underneath the enemy. This is going to maximize how many hitboxes trigger. That is it for the video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope it helped you out. Have an amazing day. Peace.